Your Honor, I would like to address a couple of points made by my opposing counsel. My opposing counsel said that Maria Andrews' actions was not symbolic speech, and that it didn't pass both problems of the Spence test, when in fact it did. The Spence test is that she has to have a particularized message, and that her actions can't be understood by others. And Maria Andrews' actions could be understood by others because she wore the tuxedo soon after Amber Bean was taken out of the yearbook, and she also went back and reillustrated that of why she was doing it when she pointed to the yearbook and said, "See the big picture."
Is it important how quickly after Amber wore the tuxedo that Maria's wearing a tuxedo? So if it were 5 years later, would we have a different, would we be looking at this case differently than here where it was only about a month later?
No, Your Honor, because it would have been different if Maria Andrews didn't go back and reinforce what she was doing, but she did go back and reinforce, and she said, "See the bigger picture," and pointed to the yearbook, which was reinforcing Amber Bean not leaving the yearbook.
I want to actually move on to the compelling or the substantial disruption issue. Your opponent made a good point when she said that during AP time, the governmental or state interest in making sure that the learning environment is positive for everyone is even more important and more compelling. And so there's a greater interest in really quelling any kind of disruption to that environment. What's your response to that? Sure. So I think your opponent made the point that during AP testing, the state has an even more compelling interest in making sure that the learning environment is quiet and focused. Do you agree with that? Do you think that the standard is higher when the context is AP exams?
No, Your Honor, I don't agree with that because no matter when, the student's speech should always be the same, even if there is AP testing going on. And at the time, it wasn't even AP testing; it was AP testing review. And the students were giggling and laughing, supposedly because of Maria Andrews' tuxedo. But students giggle and laugh to anything, really, in high school. They can laugh at plenty of different things.
So do you think that any student who has any symbolic speech can come in an outfit as outrageous as they desire, and no matter how intense the giggling in the classroom